Hey everyone, happy Wednesday and welcome to our creating session. I was trying to hit my camera to make the screen brighter and I hit live and I was like, oh my God, I'm going live. I need to start talking. So welcome to our crafty session and welcome to my Studio Icky, my happy place. My name is Anne Granger and I'm an independent demonstrator here in Southwestern Ontario. And I hope you're having a great day. It is a rainy one here, which means it's a great day to stay inside and craft or just have a relaxing afternoon on the couch with some movies and a warm cup of hot chocolate or coffee. Like I said, it's been a rainy one here. It's very dark and gloomy, but it's a great day to hang out. I actually hung out with some friends this afternoon, which was super nice. Trying to squeeze those things in before we all head back to the routine of work and life happens with September. So welcome. Each Wednesday I go live here on my Stamp with Anne page at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And I bring to you a project based around a product of the week. So this week's product of the week, I'm actually showcasing the Sea Turtle stamp set, which is a really cool one. I'm just trying to find my group here so I can share it in my group. It's a really neat one. It's a reversible stamp set. So if you have not seen what a reversible stamp set is, you're like, what's that, Anne? Well, I'm going to show you because it's going to be really cool. All right, so if you're here, say hi. Please like, comment, and share my video. Please share it with your crafty friends. The more we have crafting with us on Wednesdays is the more fun we're going to have. It's a fun crafting community. And right now, we all need a little fun in our life, whether it's you're doing crafting or maybe you're doing puzzles or maybe you're relaxing outside. We just need something where we can unwind and relax. And this is where I unwind and relax, is in my studio. So I am going to flip the camera and we are going to get started. I'm going to show the product we are using today. I actually have a fun technique card today. And I did a couple samples already so that they're dry, but I'm going to show you the technique and walk you through it. So let's get started. As I said, that threw me off just watching everything, but I am an independent demonstrator here in Canada and I'm excited to be with you guys today. So let's flip the camera and let's get started. As I said, watching when I hit start, it just threw me off. So I'm a little frazzled right now, but that's okay. We're going to take a deep breath and get started. So let's flip the camera. Oops, I see I touched the wrong button. So there you go. You see my outside. It's a very gloomy day. And I'm going to flip you guys up and we are going to get started. So if you're here, just going to make sure my camera looks straight. If you're here, say hi. If you're watching on the replay, let me know you're watching on the replay. I still think I'm crooked. If you're watching, let me know if I look straight. Just trying to, I think that's better. I know, there we go, that's better. Okay, so today, this week in my business, my social media, I decided I was going to showcase the Sea Turtle stamp set. Now, with 2 weeks left of summer, I was like, I need to show this stamp set because it's a great summer stamp set, especially if you do scrapbooking or have people who love turtles. These are great cards to you to make. So it is the Sea Turtle. It is a photopolymer, which means it is a jelly-like, so it's clear. And photopolymers are meant for two-step stamping. Now, as I said earlier, this is a reversible stamp set. And you're probably thinking, well, what does that mean, Anne? It means that I can stamp this image, then I can flip my stamp and stamp it in this image. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, I want to show you a technique, and then we're going to put the card together, and then I have some samples to share with you. So the technique that I'm sharing with you today is called the rubber, it is called rubbing alcohol technique. And let me just grab some like papers here to do. Look, you can see I was creating with turtles, so you can see my big mess. So what you need for this technique, and I actually was inspired by one of my downline. My downline, actually I should have meant to grab that card. Let me show you. Find it here quickly. I have to go downstairs. I'm still here, just trying to see if I can find this card to show you, but I don't think I have it. Oh, here it is. So I was inspired by this card that I got from my downline Nancy at an event we had in July. And I was like, oh my God, like, how did you do that technique? It is so cool. Does that not look like some really cool beach? And she told me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to give this a try. So this is what I'm going to share with you guys today. So you need a piece of vellum. So we have a piece of vellum. Let's flip this inside out so you can see it a little better. Just protecting my surface. So I have a piece of vellum. And what you need for this is our Stampin Blends. So we're going to use crumb cake, pumpkin pie, and pretty peacock. Now, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just going to take the dark. So with our blends, we have they come in a 2-pack. They come in a 2-pack, dark and light, and you have 2 ends. You have a brush tip that looks like this, and then you have a nub tip, which looks like this. I prefer to color with this because I find I have more control, but when I'm doing techniques like this, I definitely like this one. So what I'm just going to do is just make some little circles, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to go in with my light. So you can see my light is really light. So I'm just going to kind of mimic that like beach look. Then I'm going to come in with my pumpkin pie. Just really make some marks. Then I'm going to come in with my light pumpkin pie. So as I said, each week I take a product and then I highlight the product in my business through social media. So on my blog, which is www.stampwithann.com, or on my social media pages, which is my Facebook, my Instagram, and my YouTube. This video I will post on my blog, which will most likely be tomorrow, and it will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed to any of those, please make sure you do, because then you'll always know when I post new videos. I do go live once a week, and maybe once things settle back with the routine of work, I will go a little longer. Okay, so, we'll add another one in. So what I've done is just basically colored it. You're thinking, oh, that doesn't look really good, Anne. You have to kind of go through a messy phase before you go through a beautiful phase. So this is the messy phase. So then what I'm going to use here in Canada, and I live in Ontario, I am using the Life brand made by Shoppers alcohol, and you want it to be 99%. So 99% alcohol is what you need for this activity. Now, you can fill a spritzer, but what I've done is I filled our new water painters with rubbing alcohol. So this is the rubbing alcohol. And what I did was I just put washi tape around it so I knew that this one had rubbing alcohol in it. So what we're going to do is literally I'm just going to squeeze. I'm squeezing the barrel, and I want to get the rubbing alcohol on my tip here. You can see the water coming down. And I'm really just going to blend all the same colors. So I'm just kind of blending so you can see I'm just dropping, and you can see I'm starting to go. I'm going to switch colors, and I'm just going to color off. And then I'm going to do my crumb cake dark. Now you can just drop it like I am and then watch the rubbing alcohol spread. You can move it, or you can actually like help it. So I'm just gonna move this around a little bit. So kind of you can see it's looking like a little there. And I'm gonna flip it around, we're gonna color off. And then I'm gonna go in and do the dark pretty peacock. Just gonna get that going. And you can see it starting to spread. If I bring it a little closer, if I just drop it with the drops. Sophia says she loves this technique. Hello, Sophia. How are you today? So literally you can see the water just swirling around. And I can help that move that around. And you can intermix it. Like you can see the colors just, I'm moving the water down. You can see how I'm pulling the paper and it's just moving the water down. Okay. That's all it is. I think it's called the alcohol blend technique. really it's very simple. And each time you do this, each one is going to look very different. Now, if I wanted to use this right away, I'm just going to move some of this ink around. If I was to use this right away, I would blend it, like I would heat gun it. But I already did one and I let it dry. So I'm just going to pull this off to the side and we're going to let that dry. And I'm going to bring in the one to show you that I did. So this is the one that I did earlier when I was creating my samples and I let it dry already. So how cool is that? Do you not see, like, it looks like the beach and a little bit of the water and some sand, like sand. It's a really cool technique. So we're just going to bring that in. And I have for my card base, let me just put this aside. Hello to everyone who's joining me. Welcome to our crafty session. This week we are showcasing the sea turtles. I have a piece of Lost Lagoon. It's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. All these measurements and the supplies I use will be on my blog and social media. Hi Brenda, thanks for joining. Hi Jen, thanks for joining. So I've cut a piece, I think this is 3 3/4 by 5, I think that's what it is. So I'm going to put this on. So it's going to look like this. Now the thing is, when you use vellum and you do glue dots, you can see it. So I'm probably going to put glue dots where I know I might add some, or like some adhesive where I know I'm going to add some of my images, just so it kind of helps stick. Because you will see that, and I don't necessarily like seeing that, but that's totally preference. Okay, so I put that down. And I'm just going to trim this off a little bit here because I'm a little just like this. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to do some stamping. So I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to show you how this reversible stamp works. So let me get some paper. And I've already stamped a bunch of these images just because I have a lot and I just was thinking, wow, you don't need to sit and watch me cut them out. So for this, as I said, let's do this turtle first. So the turtle comes in a big one and a small one. We're going to use the small one. And I'm going to show you a sample where I did the big one. Okay, so as you can see, this side is the detail side. So it's the side, if I bring this up, it's the side that has the details of the stamp. So we're going to stamp that side. And then we're going to flip it over after we clean it, and we're going to stamp this side. And you'll notice that this side is very smooth because that's the side we're going to stamp with. So let's get a block, and I'm going to show you how this works. So we're going to stamp the detail side first, and I'm going to use Pretty Peacock. I love that color, and I think for turtles it looks super nice. So I stamped, ready? We're going to stamp. Now, you can leave your turtle like that. Look how gorgeous that is. Look at the detail on that turtle to makes it look realistic. It's gorgeous. All right, so we're going to clean that off. I have a Stampin' Scrub beside me. Always get in the habit of cleaning your stamps. It's very important. I'm using our stamping mist, which has a conditioner in it that conditions the rubber or the photopommer to keep your stamps looking healthy and longevity, so you can use them for a long time. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over. So I'm using the flat side. You can see it's the flat side now. I'm going to ink this up. Now, I don't want to stamp that in full force because it's a solid, it's pretty dark. So I'm going to stamp off. So I just brought that paper back in. I'm stamping off. Now I'm going to come back over. So this is the neat thing about our photopommer stamps is I can actually see me over my images of where I'm going. So we're just going to stamp down and stamp up. And there you go. Look how cool and realistic that looks. Now that's a Pretty Peacock one. I used tone on tone. Let's try it again where I show you Lost Lagoon and what that one looks like. So we're going to do Lost Lagoon for the base, for the underneath, and I'm going to stamp off. we're going to stamp that right there. So there's my Lost Lagoon base. And we're going to clean it. And I'm going to flip it. And we're going to stamp it again. And this time, we're going to stamp over top of the Lost Lagoon. So when you do a light and a dark color, you definitely can see the two tones and the difference it makes. I personally like the lighter and dark than the tone on tone. Which one do you like? The Pretty Peacock turtle or the multicolored turtle? I think I like this one. Okay, so I'm going to show you just quickly. So that's the turtle. You can do the same. This stamp's head has two of the starfish. Just trying to think what they called. Sophia says she likes the dark and light, and Brenda says she likes both. Yes, I totally agree, Brenda. There's no right or wrong. So I'm going to stamp this one in Calypso Coral. So I stamped the bubble side. I'm going to call it the detail side. I'm going to flip it. I flipped it. I'm going to stamp off, and I'm going to come in and do the same. So there you go. You have that two-tone of the colors. Each stamp set in this set, you are able to do that with. So you can do it with the fish. You can do it with these large bubbles, the sea dollar, the starfish, the seaweed, and then your turtles. And as I said, I have samples to share with you where I've used these different ones. All right, so let's finish our card. So as I said, I have already done some cutting just to save us some time. So I need to grab some linen thread. So let's bring in some linen thread. This is a staple that you must have in your room if you like to add a little bit of color to your projects. I like adding twine, and I love this natural looking one. It's really pretty. I was in Starbucks today having a drink with a friend, and I happened to look over and they had this board that said, welcome, said happy 20th anniversary pumpkin spice. And I was like, whoa, wait, pumpkin spice must be coming out. So I looked at the date and I was like, it said fall launch the 24th. And I was like, oh, that's in a couple days. And then I realized it's actually tomorrow. Tomorrow is August 24th. Like, where the heck did that go? Anyways, if you're a huge fan of pumpkin spice, tomorrow at Starbucks, pumpkin spice will be back. So I'm super excited. I really like their pumpkin spice muffins. All right, I'm going to pop this one up just so you can see the difference. Now let's bring in our pieces. And I do have to cut out 2 extra seaweeds here. I didn't have time to. So I stamped seaweed in Lost Lagoon. I'm just taking our paper scissors and cutting them. In Lost Lagoon. Oops, I kind of, no, cover that up. And I just did the solid side. I didn't do like the reverse. I just did it in one color tone because I was like, it's just seaweed. So, and then I have one more to cut here. My starfish are stamped in Calypso Coral, and they have a 2-tone. My sand dollars are stamped in Crumb Cake, which they are just stamped in the solid color. And then my turtles were done in the combination of Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. And as I said, I have some more samples to share with you. So I'm excited to show you that. Okay, so let's put, oops, I'm just gonna tuck a little bit of piece of tape up here. Why isn't my tape runner? There we go, just so that hides it. Okay, so let's, I might put some glue dots on these, it'll be easier. Some glue dots in there. Okay, so we're going to put our seaweed down here at the bottom, and I'm just going to tuck that over. And we're going to grab another glue dot. Sometimes it's easier than just pulling out the glue to use glue dots. If you are a customer of mine and you have ordered from me in the last 6 months, your catalogs are en route. If you're here in Canada and do not have a demonstrator and would like a copy of our current catalogs, our holiday one, aka September to December, starts on September 6th. I would be happy to pop one in the mail for you. All right, I'm going to bring in, so you can see I've already done these. I'm going to bring in the sand dollars. Actually, I'm going to do my little things next here. And if you wish to order any of the supplies that you see today that I am using, please head over to my blog, which is www.stampwithann. On the sidebar, click Shop Now, and that will take you to my online store. All right, we're going to put one there. And let's put one over here. And we're going to put one down here. There. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in the big ones. Let's get some bigger dimensionals. So I just used the mini dimensionals. These also are a must in your stamp room. If you have not had dimensionals, you definitely need them. All right, so let's tuck one maybe up here. Just a matter of where you want to place them. One there. We're going to pop up our sand dollars. Let's see, where do I want one? Maybe we'll put one there. And you know what? I'm going to put one in between these two. Hey, Sydney, how are you? Hope all is well. All right, so we're going to bring in our sea turtles. And we're going to pop them up. So these sea turtles are just having a grand time. They're out on the shore swimming. They're just floating around. We were supposed to go to Maui in 2020, but sadly COVID hit and the trip got canceled. And was one of the things we wanted to do when we went to Maui was swim with the sea turtles. So I hope one day I get to go back to Maui. My heart goes out to all of those right now in Maui with all the wildfires, but hopefully someday we can get back there. All right, so there is our technique card showcasing the sea turtle stamp set and the cute little sea turtles out swimming in the ocean. Maybe they're coming into the shore to lay their eggs. Oh, what do you think? How cute. All right, so let me show you. Oh, I forgot to put fishes on this one. Oh, it's too late. Okay, so I'm going to show you my sample card because I did add some fish on this one. So here is my sample card. So you can see that technique is done. You get different looks each time. So this one I just added some sea fish in the back, but this one I didn't. So there's the technique cards that we did today. Let me show you some other samples. So this is the one I made last night with my team. Each Tuesday night I go live in a Facebook group, our team group, and I do a stamp and chat. So we chat and then we stamp. And this one is showcasing that big turtle. Look how gorgeous that big turtle is. This would be great on a scrapbook page, or someone give this card to someone. You could do a happy birthday card, or I thought this would be like a cute summary thank you card. Maybe if you went to like someone was hosting a party. So here I stamped those bubbles and I brought in some lemon lolly. The saying is from the Charming Sentiment dies. So there is, and these are the deckled rectangles. All right, the next one, as I looked for some inspiration, I was inspired by a card I saw and I switched it up. So this one I just thought was kind of cute. Just brought in the little sand starfish, some seaweed, stamped and then bubbles, and it said, because you totally deserve it. So that would be, you could give that to maybe someone you're congratulating with. And then I thought it's summertime. Maybe you haven't seen a friend in a long time and you wanted to say, hey there, I'm thinking of you. You can send this cute little sea turtle. This paper is the Bright and Beautiful. So this paper works perfect for water and like beach cards. So hey there. These three sayings all came from the Charming Sentiment dies. I have to think this is my favorite one. I cased it from my friend Heidi Collins. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I have to create this one because I just love the color combinations. So once again, we used the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. We stamped the fish in Night and Navy. We ran it through the Painted Texture Embossing folder just to give it some texture. My bubbles is done Azured Afternoon. Brought in those crumb cake starfish. And my greeting is from The Biggest Wishes. So there is another sample showcasing the beautiful sea turtle stamp set. That is one of our reversible stamp sets. I meant to look to see if there was other reversible stamp sets in the catalog. I'll have to figure that out. So this is the stamp set that we used in case you're just joining us. Super cute. If you're a travel person and want to create some fun scrapbook layouts or cards, then this is a great stamp set for you. All right, so how does this all work? If you would like to place an order and order any of these supplies, head to my blog, www.stampinblends.com. Click Shop Now, which will take you to my online store, and then you can shop away. Spend over $50 this month using this hostess code, and I'm going to send you a free embellishment from the new September to December catalog. Let me show you. I cannot show you the inside of the catalog yet because it does not go live until September 6th, but after that I can. Super, super, it's beautiful. It's chocked full with beautiful product, and I cannot wait to show you. I got a small bit of product in, and I've been working on a big training event that I'm doing in October, so I've been working behind the scenes. So I will be back next Wednesday at 4:30 Eastern Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on my Stamp with Ann page, I'm actually showcasing sneak peeks from the new holiday catalog. So I will be showing some product next week. So you're going to want to make sure to tune in on my social media all week and on my Facebook Live. And I think that is it. Let me see if we have any questions. Brenda says, cute card. Thanks, Brenda. And thank you to all those that were able to watch today. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this crafty session, and I will see you guys next Wednesday afternoon, for our next crafty session. So have a great rest of your evening and a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.